They say a single voice can stop a crowd, but what happened on the night of January 31st in Las Vegas managed to stop the entire internet in its tracks. We are currently tracking a massive surge in digital engagement surrounding the latest footage of Angelina Jordan at the Westgate International Theater. This wasn't just another stop on a tour. It has become a viral phenomenon that is reshaping the American music landscape this month. As the clips circulate, viewers are witnessing a transformation that many didn't see coming. Gone is the shy girl from the talent show stage, replaced by a hauntingly confident woman who seems to command the air in the room. This specific performance, particularly her rendition of "No One Can Hear My Heart," has triggered a wave of speculation. Music analysts are noting that her vocal frequency seems to tap into something deeply nostalgic, yet entirely new, leading to millions of shares across the US in just a matter of weeks. But as the Angelina effect takes hold of the charts, investigative eyes are turning toward the chaos that nearly prevented this moment from ever happening. While the lights of Vegas were bright, the shadows following her from Europe were growing darker. The sheer intensity of her performance suggests an artist who is finally screaming through her music after years of being managed behind a velvet curtain. This viral breakout isn't just about a song, it's a public reemergence of a figure who has been fighting for her own narrative. The data shows that the interest isn't just coming from old fans, but a whole new generation of American listeners who are discovering the mystery of the girl with the old soul for the very first time. However, as her fame hits this new peak, the legal reality of her past is catching up with her present success. Behind the standing ovations lies a paper trail of broken contracts and a legal battle that threatens to strip the prodigy of her pristine reputation. Recent reports surfacing from Norway have exposed a significant rift between Angelina Jordan and the national broadcaster, NRK. This is no longer just a rumor. Legal documents suggest that a claim for over 130,000 NOK was filed following her sudden exit from the Melodi Grand Prix, the primary gateway to the Eurovision stage. While the public was told her withdrawal was due to the devastating California wildfires affecting her home and mental well-being, industry insiders tell a different story. Accusations have surfaced suggesting that the wildfire defense may have been a convenient shield for deeper contractual disputes between her family-run management and European media giants. This conflict has painted a picture of an artist caught in a tug-of-war between her roots and her future. The broadcaster allegedly felt blindsided, leading to a breach of trust that has sparked heated debates in the Norwegian press. As we look at her success in the US this month, it's impossible to ignore that she essentially walked away from a massive global audience under a cloud of controversy. Was she protecting her health, or was her team maneuvering her away from a stage they could no longer control? The fallout from this decision is still being felt, and as her lawyers navigate these sensitive accusations, the public is left wondering if the angelic image is a carefully constructed mask. This legal drama serves as a stark reminder that even the most talented stars are subject to the cold, hard realities of the business. The question now is whether this financial and reputational hit will follow her as she attempts to solidify her residency in the United States. You have to wonder if the girl who gives away her shoes is actually the one walking on glass behind the scenes. For years, the narrative around Angelina Jordan has been one of pure altruistic talent, but new whispers within the industry are highlighting the heavy cost of her childhood fame. Living in Los Angeles under the watchful eye of her inner circle, rumors of a gilded cage have begun to circulate among those close to her production team. While her family management has successfully kept her out of the typical tabloid accidents that claim so many young stars, critics are asking at what cost this protection comes. She is rarely seen in unscripted interviews, and her public appearances are managed with surgical precision. This level of control has led to speculation that the artist is being overmanaged, perhaps even isolated from the very world she sings about with such perceived wisdom. We've seen this pattern before with child stars, where the transition to adulthood becomes a battleground for autonomy. In 2026, the stakes are higher than ever. With her new album Secret of the Soul climbing the charts, the pressure to maintain a perfect, old soul persona is immense. Some sources suggest that the intensity of her recent Vegas performances is actually a sign of emotional exhaustion, a cry for help hidden in the melody. Whether she is a willing participant in this curated life or a victim of her own success is a question that remains unanswered. What we do know is that the silence from her camp regarding her private life is only fueling more curiosity. The mystery of Angelina Jordan is her greatest asset, but it may also be her heaviest burden, as she navigates an industry that is notoriously unforgiving to those who don't fit the standard pop star mold. In the heart of Los Angeles, a legend is being polished in a studio that most artists will never even see the inside of, but the secrecy surrounding it is starting to raise eyebrows. Since moving to California, Angelina has been under the tutelage of industry titan Quincy Jones and songwriter Toby Gad. This isn't just a career move, it's a total immersion into the elite echelons of music history. However, her life in LA has been described as that of a recluse. While her peers are seen at every Hollywood gala, Angelina remains largely invisible, surfacing only for high-stakes performances like the one currently viral in the USA. This intentional distance from the influencer lifestyle has created an aura of mystery, but it has also led to accusations that she is being manufactured to fit a specific vintage aesthetic. Her recent album, Secret of the Soul, is a masterclass in production, but some wonder if the real Angelina is getting lost in the polished, cinematic soundscapes. We are seeing a clash between the raw talent that won the hearts of millions as a child and the highly sophisticated product that is being marketed to the US today. The mystery deepens when we consider her Christmas project, Secret of the Star, which seemed to lean heavily into a commercialized image that contradicted her indie roots. As she moves through 2026, the industry is watching closely to see if she will break out of this controlled environment and show the world who she actually is when the cameras aren't professionally set up. The contrast between her viral, emotional Vegas clips and her quiet, shielded life in the Hollywood Hills creates a fascinating paradox. She is the most talked-about singer in America this month, yet she is the one we know the least about. This reclusiveness might be the very thing keeping her relevant, but it could also be the wall that eventually separates her from the fans who crave a genuine connection. It started as a childhood act of kindness, but in the high-stakes world of 2026, some are asking if her trademark no-shoes policy has become a mandatory marketing tool. Every time Angelina Jordan takes the stage, the first thing people notice isn't the microphone but her bare feet. The story is legendary. A 7-year-old girl meets a shoeless orphan in Asia and vows never to wear shoes on stage again as a sign of solidarity. It's a beautiful, heart-wrenching tale that has defined her career for over a decade. But as she enters her 20s and performs in the world's most prestigious venues, a new conversation is beginning to emerge. Is this still a personal vow, or has it been turned into a signature look that she is no longer allowed to change? In the fashion-obsessed world of the US music industry, every detail is analyzed, and some critics have suggested that her management enforces this barefoot image to maintain her ethereal brand identity. While it certainly sets her apart from every other pop star in the world, the psychological weight of being tied to a childhood promise can be immense. During her January 31st performance in Vegas, the focus on her feet was almost as intense as the focus on her vocals. Fans are divided. Some see it as a sacred tribute to her origins, while others see it as a gimmick that has outlived its purpose. This barefoot signature has become a symbol of her entire career, a blend of genuine emotion and expert branding. As we move deeper into 2026, the question of whether she will ever put on shoes has become a metaphor for her artistic freedom. Will she be allowed to evolve, or is she destined to remain the barefoot girl forever? The mystery persists, and as her viral clips continue to circulate, the feet that touched the stage at the Westgate International are as much a part of the story as the voice that shook the rafters. We are witnessing the birth of a legend, or the most sophisticated marketing campaign in modern history. Either way, the world can't look away. As we conclude this report on the phenomenon of Angelina Jordan in 2026, the data is clear. She's the most searched-for vocal artist in the United States this month. Her Vegas residency has proven that she can translate digital fame into a live, powerhouse experience. However, the questions surrounding her remain as loud as her applause. From the legal battles with NRK and the Eurovision scandal, to the whispers of a gilded cage existence in Los Angeles, her path to the top has been anything but conventional. We've seen her navigate controversies that would have ended the careers of lesser artists, yet she emerges each time with more mystique and more viral momentum. The release of Secret of the Soul has solidified her as a commercial giant, but the shadow of her management's tight control still looms over her every move. Is Angelina Jordan truly the old soul, reincarnation the world wants her to be, or is she a young woman fighting for a normal life in an industry that demands she be a myth? The viral clips from January 31st are just the beginning of what looks to be a defining year. Whether she becomes the next Adele or remains a high-end curiosity depends on how she handles the pressure of the coming months. The mystery of the girl from Norway who took over America is far from solved. As she continues to trend, one thing is certain. Angelina Jordan has captured our attention, but the secret of her soul remains hers alone. For now, we can only watch, listen, and wonder what happens when the music stops and the lights finally go down on the girl who refused to wear shoes.